was working in South Ayrshire for a local charity. Fantastic job, loved my role, providing information about activities and events in South Ayrshire. But then when the pandemic struck, it was a massive change. People were working from home, some people were still in the offices. I was concerned for my health because I've got a health condition, and I was worried that it could affect me, so I'd asked if I could work from home. That seemed to work initially, but I was still really nervous about being out in the community. And then unfortunately the funding changed because we couldn't deliver the role that we were supposed to be, and my role was made redundant in August 2020. That was a massive shock. I had bills to pay, I was alone almost as well, and that was quite scary. We were just coming out of one of the first lockdowns. Being able to see family and loved ones again was quite a relief. But then I had to try and find work in an environment where everything was shut down. I had to apply for universal credit for the first time in years. It was a big shock. I was trying to manage my money, myself, my health, my mental health, because it was a big shock. It was scary, very scary, because it was so unexpected as well. I panicked, I worried. I was trying to find work and look for work using when you've got universal credit, you have this claimant commitment and you've got to look for work 35 hours a week, and I was doing that and trying to have a life. But it was so disheartening trying to look for work when there wasn't the work out there that you was used to. Looking for work was hard because you'd apply for jobs and the employers themselves were struggling because they were getting so many people were in the same position as me, and everybody was applying for the same jobs and you weren't hearing back from employers. So that was quite soul destroying, because you didn't know if it was your application was rubbish or it was you that was rubbish, or was it just there was too many people applying for jobs. I was constantly looking for work. I'd managed to get a couple of months' work in a chemist, and that was really hard with masks and going back into the environment. My partner was very unwell in part of it as well. I ended up hospitalised with COVID, so I had that worry. I did get a job working for the job centre in North Ayrshire, and that was an experience that I'm glad I've done it. We started working from home, all the training was from home. When you started working, everybody, you were talking to them on the phone. There wasn't an expectation on a lot of people for looking for work because of the changes in the lockdown restrictions. But then we started coming back together face to face, meeting people in the job centres, and they found it hard, because that was one of the things as well, is you had to bear in mind that although you'd found it hard, they found it hard. I'd been on that side of the curve where I'd not had a job, and some of them took out their frustrations and anger on staff in verbal abuse, and I was like, I can't stay working in this environment. I need to get back to what I love, which is working in the communities. I managed to get a job working in North Ayrshire for a charity. I work there now. I help people that are over 50 with their essential digital skills. We work across North Ayrshire, helping people from their 50s right up into their 90s, and it absolutely gladdens my heart when we have somebody who comes to us and says, I want to learn how to use my device, because it's helping them to become digitally included in a society that has become so digital because of COVID. There is so much that is done online that wasn't before, and it can be really excluding those that are the hardest to reach. I had a lady that I helped her personally with, she had diabetes and she had an app and she couldn't get the app to work. She'd been given the app to download by the GP during lockdown, and that was it. She was just left to it. She didn't know how the app worked, so she was having to rely on the manual diabetes. Went back to the app, I showed her how it worked, and literally I was sat with her and she just looked at me and showed the app to her husband, and he got the sweets out of the bag and went, eat them, because her levels were so low. So her learning those skills has helped her, and it gave me such a sense of, I don't know, I've helped somebody in such a way that potentially I haven't saved their life, but it could save their life in future because they now know how to use this app safely. I find that now we've had a year out of all lockdown restrictions. We've had a Christmas, we've come past it, and that has made such a difference as well. I'm seeing more and more people out and about, people that wouldn't come out before. Even myself, I feel more confident going out and about in everywhere. I'm quite a confident, outgoing person, it seems, on the front, but sometimes inside I still panic, I still worry, I still have my concerns. You still hear them talking about on the TV that, you know, there isn't, if this happens again, and you're always like, gosh, what if this happens again? But I'm hoping that now I'm able to help people learn digital skills so that they now, if this happens again, they're better informed, they're better positioned. I've learned skills, I mean, God, Zoom, wow, brilliant. You know, the way that we were able to stay in touch with people that we wouldn't have been able to before. I remember sitting with my pal on Zoom and we were sat chatting and we could see each other and talk to each other, and we still do that now because we can't meet up with each other all the time, but we can still chat and see each other, and that makes such a difference. The work I do now brings me such a sense of satisfaction, and getting out again with my crochet classes and showing people crafts, which helps with their mindfulness and mental health, and also learning craft skills and what they can create. And I love that. I don't know who gets more out of that, me or them. Me when they create something, or me when I see that penny drop that they've learned how to do something that they never thought they could do. And I'm doing that myself. Now we're coming out of the pandemic, we're out of it. I'm going out and learning more, learning new skills. I just hope that continues for myself, but for the help I can provide other people as well.